Good morning. All right, folks. Let's try it one more time. You know, like this is already going to be a woolly meeting. So, good morning. Good morning. All right, so I think we got a full agenda today. Anyone packing a knife or a gun? Okay, I need you all in the front because you may have to help me control things when we talk about lead route. So, let's do the fun stuff first. Mr. Scanlon?
Yes.
Do we have anyone new here today?
We do.
Chris?
Chris Perry.
Chris Perry, I've been a teacher, just moved from Florida about a year ago. Living in the Bahamas, here in so it's brand new to me, so I'm just getting started, and any help you can get, I love it.
Welcome aboard. Well, you know what? You're surrounded by results folks in Old Atlanta Club. Isn't that right, Laura?
We've already met.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
So, we have a guest here. It's Therese Brown with Daily Weekly Homes. Let's say thank you for the breakfast. So, we're not going to lie. And hopefully, she's going to be writing a pre-sale soon here with Mr. Ray Usman. But tell us a little. I'm sitting in the bullpen. I'm like, seriously, when you come to the meeting and Therese is here. So, we'll let you have your moment of fame, and I promise it'll be easy.
Okay.
Therese and I used to work together.
Yeah, a long time ago at David Weekly. But we have a new community, and I'll give you a handout for everyone on the desk on Old Atlanta Road, and it's a gated community. Starts in the 550, so they're going to be extremely nice features. Trades in there with us as well. The amenities will be like junior league size pool, clubhouse, hot rods, everything you can imagine. I don't know if you know what the parks are. Yes, very nice.
Is this the one beside St. Marla?
Yes.
Where the big, huge
The big house where that they tore down and walked
But
on.
that home wasn't old. It was a fake old home.
Oh, but it was beautiful.
I know, but it was really dilapidated. We couldn't save it. I mean, there was nothing more to save. Like they told us, it was really bad. So anyway, but David Weekly, if you don't know about us, we've been in business since 1976. We're the largest private builder in the United States. So we have never built in this area before, so we need your help because we want to build a great agent base and we love our agents. So any of you, if you have a buyer that you even think may come out there and you want to give me a call, I'll be happy to register for you.
And Teresa, you're hard to work with.
Very. No, if I can work with him, I can work with anybody. But no, we're really easy to work with. And you know, we're very agent friendly. So, and we're actually salaried employees, so there's no different for us. We are licensed but salaried. Okay, so we want you to help us. So,
Okay, quick question. I'm just didn't this start out as a project that was supposed to kind of be like Vickery?
I don't know. I'm not familiar with it.
Okay. Okay. So it's not, and it didn't, was it ever supposed to be like an older person's community?
I don't.
I think when the developers were trying to get it rezoned, that kept coming up. Probably why you're seeing part of it at the price point where it is.
Okay. I was just curious. I mean,
And you know what, there's some other property down, not right at the intersection near there that just got zoned with Pulte that was trying to do Res 4. They said, no, you can do Res 3 or Res 2. They said, well, you know, we were thinking about doing over 55. Okay, you can have that. My guess is that's probably what happened.
Okay, so
do you have any reagents?
we will, the Claire barn is like a ranch. It's got a couple of bedrooms upstairs, but it looks just like a ranch. And we have a lot of interest in that one as well, so. They're all gonna be like 3,200 square feet and up, and they're gonna be three-side brick, sprinkler systems, great features, interior, and we have a great website too with all the plans on, if you wanna check those out.
So Teresa, are y'all the cheapest home on the block?
We're never gonna be the cheapest, and that's because we build the environments for living home, diamond level, and it's high standard energy certified and guaranteed to, save you money, so, but we're really not that much more expensive than our competitors this time, which is pretty cool.
I heard you nail that plan down.
Unfortunately, yeah, we're still learning that, but, oops, it is, like I said, it's a great community once we get things going. I do have, an inventory home that's in FMLS right now. It's gonna be very beautiful. Right now, I've got some really good incentive for the first 6 contracts, and it's $35,000.
Wow.
How many houses total?
It'll be 144.
144.
Are they all side entry garages?
garages?
They can be side, some will be front, but some will be front, yeah, because of the lots, but, most of them are designed for 3-car side.
Can we go back to the 35,000?
Yeah.
Is that bonus to the agent? Not 35,000? It's 35,000 in upgrades?
Well, it is,
Yeah,
for
the
options
agent
and upgrades, and anytime they do, you know, most of the stuff they're gonna get that, so. And 5,000 with a tree blender, so, and that's six of them.
What's the split between your listings and Triton's?
Is it,
Yeah,
144 in the
yeah.
whole is 50/50? So 144 is the total community.
Right.
Okay.
So,
And so the white ones here, those are Tritons?
that's straight,
Okay.
yeah. And, we've got, like I said, we've got a lot of lot deposits. I am not out there yet. I think we'll have power in the trailer today or tomorrow, but I've been doing a lot of appointments, so we, you know, you're welcome to go out there and look around. Our model is true sheet rock, and so it's Triton, so you kind of get a look at what we're doing now.
Well, and I know y'all had like a sort of a sneak peek at the Atlanta Athletic Club. This will give you guys an idea of how interested people are. How many people showed up? Wasn't it over 300?
On the, yeah,
Uh-huh.
oh, yeah, it's huge, extremely, so. Yeah, it's just the market that we're in with David Weekley, it takes a little time to price everything. These plans are brand new, never been seen before, so we have to start on it. And they were designed just for this community, so.
We look forward to selling a lot of houses with you. Go get race on paper.
You need to help me with that one. Thank you guys very much.
Hey, thanks for coming. Thank you.
I appreciate it. Y'all have a good.
Okay, so what else is on the agenda today? Mr. Morgan, are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna make it short and quick. Get up and get
It's
going.
showtime, baby. I brought my buddy. Mr. Price. All right. First prize set a steak knife, second prize a wine. Anyways, this is the first time in a couple of days that Greece hasn't dominated the stock market in rates, so rates have kind of leveled off for a little bit. I feel like there's a storm brewing here, and we're gonna see something this fall. They're predicting September, October, they may go up, but I've been hearing that for a while now. So 30-year fixed rates are about 4.125 right now. 15 years, about 3.375. So rates are still good. I feel like the market has taken a breather here. Everybody's probably noticed over the last couple of weeks because of vacations, 4th of July, it slowed down a little bit, but expect that to ramp up again. So the other news here, the first time in 10 years, they're talking about raising the jumbo rate. Can anybody tell me what the jumbo rate is here in Georgia?
14.
Anything over 1,000.
Anything over 417, correct. And for Mr. Pride right here, who can tell me in 1970 what was the jumbo limit for a conventional loan? Little trivia here, whoever gets the closest. I heard 245, 282. 175 I'm hearing. 160 I'm hearing. 230. Anyone else want to make a stab at it?
80,000.
80,000.
290.
Anyone else?
350.
33,000. Coming at you. $33,000 in 1970.
Wow.
Wow. One last thing too I want to mention, anyone that needs some help that wants I have an app through Fidelity. It's got my little picture on it. Kind of ugly, but
You got your own app?
I've got my own app now, so when you're driving around with buyers and you're like, what would a payment be on this house? 400,000, they're putting 10% down. I've got all the little boxes on there. You can do what type of loan it is. You click on conventional FHA, it calculates the PMI. It calculates the taxes and insurance. You can estimate $4,000 a year for taxes, insurance, and it'll kick out a payment like that.
Is that on your phone or can I download this app?
All you have to do is, all you have to do is I have a share button on my app and I'll share it with you guys. So just send me a text. Everybody should have my card. If you don't, they're in the front lobby.
You
grab one.
can't send us something we can log on and download that you have to share it?
You just have to email me and I need your cell phone number to share the app with you, that's all.
Can you share that to your address?
So that means we don't have to talk to you anymore.
You don't have to call.
You know what, if y'all wanna sign up, we'll let you, on this little sheet you're gonna fill out today, we'll let you put your cell phone number on the back and I'll copy and give it to you.
And I'll start sending them out so you guys can have that to use it when you're out in the field, so. That's it for me. It's no time.
Mr. Salisbury? Nothing?
He's worn out.
Lori was out last week. I'm worn out.
Well, you know, then I think that earns you an opportunity to get a dunk tank this Friday.
I've been in that before.
Yeah, we look forward to that. Kim, you got anything for us?
I'm researching how much it cost to insure that $33,000 house in 1970. I think it was about $30 a year. I haven't found it yet.
Oh, Kim, you can answer something for me. So one of my clients called me and said, and I don't know what I'm talking about, so just try to figure it out. He said that the rating in Forsyth County went from a 5 to a 3 or a 2, and that we should call our insurance
That is
providers.
a great question.
And apparently
I get
my,
emails every day about premium decreases for customers whose ISO rating has been improved.
what's ISO mean?
ISO is insurance. It has to do with the fire department. So they're building new fire stations. And in Johns Creek, it was really bad when they first established Johns Creek because there was fire stations that were all the way across the county. And now they're building new ones and the same thing in Forsyth County. So if you know of someone who's had a fire station built that might be closer than the old one than their rating, they should call their insurance. Now, we do it automatically. At renewal, we're going to decrease the premium based on the new rating.
Well, I'll call Farm Bureau who are with, and our premiums went down like $253 because of that. So anyway, so it's just called the ISO rating?
Yes.
And Forsyth just went, are you familiar? Do you know for sure Forsyth went from a 5 to a 3?
It depends on where it is.
Oh.
It's not county, the whole county doesn't have the same number. It depends on where you are in relation to the fire station.
Okay, do you know the proximity of the fire station? Do you know that?
No.
No, okay,
I don't know
fantastic. I
the
don't,
exact.
thank you. Okay, that's it. You can save $250, call your.
Maybe.
Meg. Okay, thank you.
Got your insurance reduced? All right, so Friday, no truck, but we'll still call it Food Truck Friday, maybe because Mr. Scanlon is going to get the dunk tank with his truck. Elizabeth, Aaliyah's husband, he and y'all go to luncheon last week? Yeah. I guess the food was phenomenal, so he's preparing lunch for us Friday. There will be beer and beverages. The dunk tank will be ready. I'm sure that Debbie, Mr. Scanlon, and Mr. Swanson, possibly Sarita, or someone that y'all choose, may be in the dunk tank. So how do you get to choose who goes in the dunk tank? By making a $2 donation to Easter Seals, you will get your turn and to choose who goes in there. Unless you are someone like Elaine Harris that had their first closing and she gets a free one. Or if you had a new listing. Louis Rockefeller had a new listing and sold it in 2 days. Listed Friday, sold Sunday, you'll get 2 turns. Does that make sense? So it should be great food, a little more fun, no darts, I promise. And we'll make this a little easier. and it's supposed to be steamy hot on Friday, so those of you that would like to voluntarily jump in the dunk tank, that is up to you. I'll probably have to tie Serena out of it. So any questions about Friday?
Thank you for doing that. I think that sounds like.
It should be fun. I think we're gonna have a couple things that'll surprise you, it'll make it really fun. 11:30, food should be ready by 11:30, the folks about to dump tank around 12:30. And, yes, cause actually chaos can be good, please. You know, maybe we'll just kick things off with Kevin first.
People throwing.
So, any questions about Friday?
Is it just us, or can we invite a client, or?
To put you in the dump tank, you bet. No, you cannot bring co-opting agents and put them in. But yeah, sure, if you want to bring a client, bring them on. Okay, so, picnic. Wednesday, not Tuesday, August 12th at West Bank. Same place as last year, same pavilion. We will have 2 teams. This year we're going to run things a little differently for this lovely trophy that instills a great amount of pride in all. So we'll either have Skinny Scanlon's team that I will be mentoring him. Remember we had shirts last year. And Ms. Cliff will be working with Mr. Swanson, the Lutheran.
Change in the course of
The runner-up. Just the runner-up.
Correct. Games may be a little different this year. I did find out that Lynn Lusby's going to be on vacation the week of August 12th, so I think we're going to cancel the limbo, because there goes my ringer for that one. We'll go from there and we'll unveil the game. So, Sarita, for those of you who were there last year when she was running around like Chief Knockahoma with her, I don't know exactly what that was, but she's going to be the administrator of the game.
Sounds dangerous.
It should be fun. Food, we're going to have like grilled fajitas, burritos, and tacos. Remember how much we talked about how great the food was going to be last year? And then how lousy it was? Wow. We paid for it. Open Kitchen is now Closed Kitchen. They're out of business. It's a fabricator we've used in the past, so it should be good. So we'll have fresh guacamole. We'll even have some healthy stuff. We'll have some unhealthy stuff, should be good. So any questions about the picnic? August 12th from 11 o'clock till whatever. Either Rob Scanlon, the team that you're on, or Debbie Cook. Okay.
You don't have a choice, Steve. Are we bringing both contestants?
Meaning,
Check out kids from school to be on the team?
sure.
Gabby, yes. Absolutely. Gabby and your son are going to come back.
Kim, what you got?
Do you need boats? Do you want people to bring boats?
We do. I'm gonna have my boat there. I think Terry's gonna have his. Mr. Scanlon will have his. But there's one thing we realize about. We're gonna work through the logistics of this. Yeah, last year there's really no place to park at West Bank where you can step onto a boat. We did realize, okay, it's a little tough. I thought we were gonna lose Lynn Lusby. She's bobbing up and down swimming out to the boat. So. We'll work through that. We'll probably have to pick folks up over at the next part because there's a pretty easy platform. I guess I don't want to tie my boat up on the rocks and stuff and it's windy, so we'll figure all that out. Mr. Software, you have a boat, don't you?
I do not. Happiest day of my life.
You sold it?
I sold.
Hey, Robert, do you want me to see if we can do it at Aldridge?
I'm sorry, what?
Can we see if we can do it at Aldridge?
Hey, that would be awesome.
Because we've got they've got
You know what? No, maybe we could pick the other people who want to do that after the picnic and I'll meet over there. No, that would be great. Yes, thank you. That would be a great solution. I think it'd be easy for everyone.
My son does that if anybody wants to buy one.
There's really no got a place to park a boat around West Bank, and that's the best park's got the nicest grassy area with the pavilions, but it's too tough to get it off and on a boat there. Okay, that'd be awesome.
I can't promise anything, but I will.
You know what, I appreciate your offering up to look. Okay, so now let's get down to the meat and potatoes and stuff. Two things, Paul is still with us as an agent, is no longer doing lead router or online leads. What are we doing right now? Woo! A little bit of discovery. Mr. Scanlon and I have been working on it, and I'll be very candid with you. It has been quite an eye-opener. So let me address some of the things with you up front, and then this is going to tie into what Jairo is going to share with you. So let's just go ahead and say the ugly out loud. I think if I look across the room and go, would your impression of what you get from Lead Router be, I don't want those rentals, I'm not going to Locust Grove, why is the only thing that I get a $75,000 home in Stone Mountain? And I don't get any good leads. Anyone feel like that? Well, a couple things I'm going to share with you, and I'm going to show you today how we reset some of the protocols. But here's one thing I really want y'all to think about, and how I want you to view Lead Router and when it becomes that, and how we as an industry are really going to work in real estate. Now, I've given y'all this example before, and probably Paula Lindaberry is one of the best examples I know to give you. Yeah, this is second career for she and her husband. Probably older than the average agent, but you know what they are? She and Steve are relevant. She emailed me yesterday going, gosh, I wish I could come. Are you willing to sit down with me and help me figure out how to get this right? Because here's what I will share with you. Whether you like Lead Router, whether you want to do online leads, it's not changing. I think the way we do business is going to be more and more and more dependent on it. If you want to be relevant and stay in the business, you're going to have to do it at some point. Reason being, you go, gosh, you know, I don't want to start with that $100,000. Now, anybody ever started with someone and they say, I want to buy a home at $175 and they end up buying a home at $260 after they see what they can get? Does that ever happen to you? I think some of that happens with online as well. So, and here's the best analogy I know to give you. Online leads are like dating. Did anyone marry the very first person they ever went on a date with?
Thank God.
Okay, well, that was just wrong. You know, they married for 44 years. Incubation period for a hot lead is typically 120 days. There are some that may come back and list in 9 months. So it's somewhat like growing a garden. You can't plant it, you can amend the dirt, gosh, it may look great, but if you don't water and take care of it, what happens? Dies. Yep. So if you go, I don't want to do that. I don't have time to do that. I'm not messing with it. You know what? That's fine. We'll turn it off. You won't get it. Now, here's a big caveat. If you say, I don't want to participate in Lead Router, what you also will not get is leads on your own listings. There's no protocol that we can go in there and set to change any of that. So does that make sense to you guys? I don't think you want to do that, but if you say, no, thank you, I don't want to do it, you can do that. Does that make sense? What you got, Linda?
Well, my business goes like this. So like sometimes I want it, sometimes I don't. So is there a way to accept a lead or decline a lead? Or
Sure.
you're either in and when you get a lead, you have to work it. You can accept it. So if you're slammed, you don't have to accept it, but if you're not busy, you can accept it.
Yep.
Okay.
And it'll be reassigned.
Right.
So I'm going to log on as the broker. I'm going to let you, and we're going to use Elaine Anderson. I talked to her this morning. She's out of compliance. Wow, good shot. So, and I want you to imagine this conversation. So, when I called her, I said, hey, Elaine, you just happen to be the person on the top of the list. You've got 9 out of compliance. I was going to use you. Do you mind if I use you as the example? She said, oh gosh, I'm in Hilton Head. I said, well, you know what? Enjoy Hilton Head, but do you care about it? She said, and I said, so, sort of tell me about the last one. She said, really? Locust Grove? So, and some of you are going, why would you get Locust Grove? Then when I go look under Elaine's service zip code, she goes from the border in Tennessee, I think, to Louisiana, all the way across the eastern seaboard. So, and I'm telling you, I'm going to let y'all go in and look at it. So, I don't want anybody to think we're not going to beat you up today. We've got some things to figure out. We've set some protocols so that I went back and forth on this. We're not going to do anything over 100,000. I'm sorry, under 100,000. Now, unfortunately, really my price point 300. Aren't they all? Well, unfortunately, you can't set it as individuals for only 300. If you do that, it sets it for everyone. Most internet leads tend to fall in that market from about 225 to the 275. Who do y'all think that real buyer is? In those cases, is it Jerry and myself? Tend to be younger. Now, and I want you to think about this just sort of like, I've given you guys this example. When you go buy a car, what do you do today?
There's a seat right here.
Are y'all walking into the dealership with some kind of invoice you've printed, whether new or used? And you sort of know what the price is and what you're going to pay for the car. Would you agree? Now, do you think most dealers probably match on price? Realistically, if you've got Sandy Springs Toyota versus Milton Martin Toyota in Gainesville, do you think one's going to match the other's price? So probably what works best for you, maybe where you go, is who answered your questions, who stayed in touch with you, didn't get frustrated with you, who was the most prompt, and then probably geographically has some bearing on it. Would you agree with that? That's probably where house buying is going. So they may start on the internet and then end up having a relationship with an agent. They could be on Coldwell Banker's site and come to you. But it ain't going to happen instantly. Does that make sense? So then this adds one more level. I met with DeSoto last week, sort of saying, hey, look at our reports, look at what we're doing online. What things do I need to work on to get our agents sort of up to snuff and to peak performance, if you will? Was some of that information a little startling?
Yeah.
So, and again, I'm sharing everything with you guys. So we're going, first he said, wow, you're the only company that has 100% of your agents turned on for Lead Router. Why would you do that? So I went in, Karen Loftus is probably a great example. I went in, she's an instructor, has her license, but she's not looking at any of that stuff. So I went in and I exempted her and turned her off yesterday. And if you say, not me, I don't want it, we'll go in and do that. But here's one thing I want you to realize. So you're working really hard on Lead Router. You're hoping maybe that internet lead came in as a direct from your own website. Well, we found out something a little startling last week. Remember when Catherine Carr was here and everybody worked on the profile and getting all their stuff updated on the website? Anybody work on that?
Yeah.
Yeah, guess what happened? There's one little button that has to be pushed that says, publish me to the world. What percentage are we at?
46% published.
50% don't even have their websites out there. It may show up what you're looking at, but it's not going out right. So,
Do you have that list?
we do, as a matter of fact, we even have a how-to.
We need that time.
So Hiram, I'm turning it over to you.
All right. Alright, so.
Hey, Robert?
Yeah.
Can you turn off that light, please, so we can see, please? Thank you.
Oh, that's a beautiful thing.
We all look better in a little dim light. So yesterday, I went ahead and put a whole PowerPoint together for this. Now, I'm not gonna go over the whole PowerPoint. I don't know how many slides it ended up being, but I will email this out, and I did do like, I'm gonna call it semi-comprehensive. It's pretty detailed, but not like all out detail. But it should pretty much get you through it if you still haven't set up your website for whatever reason. But yeah, in talking with DeSoto, we went over all the reports for everything. And yeah, we can sort them by agents, and we know who's doing what and who's not doing anything. That, like when Catherine Carr was here, she showed us Golden Ruler and all that stuff, Business Builder. We know who's using it and who's not using it. We know who's doing campaigns, who's not doing campaigns.
We do that.
Yes.
Hiram, you may want to tell them what part of your own personal motivation is here.
Oh.
To make you guys better.
You know what, son, you need to act like an agent, son. Sometimes it's about you. We've challenged Hyro with winning the technology award for the company. How does that happen for him? By making you guys the best of the best. So I'm assuming he's going to be wearing you out, because behind the scenes, we're going to be wearing him out.
Yeah, pretty much. So, in talking with this, so there's a few things. I mean, sure, the technology award, that's for like the company. We have to submit something by like October. And our numbers aren't quite where we want them to be. And, you know, speaking with him throughout our whole, I don't know if you want to call it region, district, our whole area, the Southlands and whatever he's part of, we have the best chance at winning it. We have a lot to offer you guys just overall. In fact, I think he might have said there may have been a third one. There's like a second company that has their own in-house IT guy.
There's a guy, a company in Myrtle Beach, they're young owner, he's probably 26, and the partner's in their 50s. They're wearing it out. If you want to go look, it's Ocean, Century 21 Ocean in Myrtle Beach. Their probably is more relevant. So, you know what? Volume-wise, we're ripping and tearing them apart. But technology-wise, you know what? They're pretty darn sharp. So we are not above trying to follow someone doing a great job.
So basically, we have all these tools and everything, and he spoke to me about what Terry and everyone's doing here. And we have a lot going for us, and we have a pretty good chance at getting nominated for this award. And it means a lot to Terry as well. So, you know, we're just trying to do our best. And some of these, we're going to tackle some of these things in the next couple months. And hopefully I can lay it out pretty plainly for you guys. So I got about 6 slides probably that I'm going to go over here real quick. Like I said, I'll email out the rest of the PowerPoint so you can reference it or whatever it is that you're going to need to do here. So, literally step by step. Some people need a little bit more help than others. So, we're going to I'm going to show you real quick how to log into your C21 site if you don't already know. So first step, go to 21online.com, put in your credentials, which is usually, you know, your first name, first name dot last name at Century 21. If you don't know your password, need to reset, you can always call the help desk option 1, and I put their number on there for you. So once you're actually logged in at the top, you'll notice there's a tools little thingamajigger right there. Click it. You're going to want to sort by the letters M, which will take you to my C21 site, which is down there highlighted in orange, or gold, sorry. So click that. It's going to take you to this screen. Basically, this screen is going to show you any sites that are yours. If you're in a team, Down here is your team page, if you're like official, if you turned in your paperwork and everything, your team pages are gonna be here. Other than that, you're gonna notice that there's some with the C, some that don't have one. The C's for commercial, your commercial side, which pretty much looks the same, but that's for commercial. The other one's residential. So all you wanna do is pretty much go to the right and click edit, and that's gonna get your whole process started. So this is just pretty much what the main dashboard looks like. I cut it off, but bottom right, there's a get started button, or if you're not on this main page or on any other page, it says save and continue, which is what you're gonna wanna do. Save and continue is gonna save that page, but it's not gonna publish it, okay? So that's what we're getting at to here next, because that's the most important part. When he showed me that we only had 75 agents out of 163 that have this published, I mean, wow, Captain Carr spent a whole day here. You know, I've met up with people personally here, and the number was only 75. So I think a lot of people just forgot to hit publish, honestly, because I know everyone sat here and did it, or has come to me and we've sat down and done something. So that's why I put this slide pretty much right here at the beginning for the preview publish. If you look on the left, you can go ahead and just click all the way down to preview publish. You'll have to hit it again here, and then publish down there. Once you do that, immediately it's going to feed live. Also, some of you do have your website up, but it's the older version that Captain Carr talked about. There was like an older version that we upgraded. If you ever paid attention to that, so it says terryswanson.c21.com. Usually, for the most part, you're going to be like lisatanlanco.c21.com. It used to be associates.1055eco.c21.com, whatever, right? So they changed all that. If you have one of those older style websites, it doesn't count as published. So all you have to do is come here and it's going to update it automatically for you. On that note, the older websites had a picture that fed through, I guess through Crest. You have to put your own picture on here in one way or the other. I know that can seem a bit confusing and everything because it's not the simplest task, because you do have to have your picture hosted somewhere else, but I have put instructions on here step by step as well on how to do it. Obviously you can email me. You can come sit down with me and I can help you do it as well. But ultimately, you want it to look something like this. So we put his picture on there. You know, he's got a lengthy bio. I did go in and check everybody's website, all 163 of y'all, the other day. I typed in your names and I went through and I saw a lot of you just have the default that says, hi, I serve the following area, and you have one link to Coming Georgia. There's no picture. So I also have, I sent out to just some people, about 30 agents, early last week or late the week before, like a generic kind of profile that I know Rob and maybe Deb work together to make, so that if you want to at least just put something on there and it looks pretty good, you can essentially just copy and paste it into a certain section here, and we'll just populate it here, and then we can work on getting your picture. I'll just give you guys another few examples. Lewis does a really good job at doing everything by himself as far as his website goes. He even has that mobile app that we talked about that links him directly to it, right there from the front of his page. So he's on top of the game right there. DeSoto really liked his. I put Phil's on here too. We went with kind of the default style here, which some of you guys have, and it only has like a couple cities. But as you can see, we got his picture on there. He still wrote something here in his Real Satisfied surveys, which is like a little widget that you can go from Real Satisfied and copy and paste something and put it in here. Yes.
Look at that, Coming Georgia.
The demographics.
Yeah, I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah, I talked to DeSoto about them too. I'm not sure. That's some Century 21 thing. Yeah.
What is it? You just get rid of it. That market overview, at
Oh.
the bottom right,
If you, that on the far right, that whole
that whole thing is.
market update,
Yeah.
you can take it off.
Medium, home,
You can
high.
change the template to something else that doesn't have it. You can either have a Twitter feed or something, or you can just leave it out completely. There's a choice for the template if you just go through the steps. Now this is like the default main template that will show a market overview for your like featured area location.
Did he know why it was all wrong?
No.
Are they gonna fix it?
I'm sure I can talk to him some more to be like, to see what's going on, but I know I told him.
Look, let's be realistic. We know this is getting ready to convert over to Zap, so probably going back and modifying this is
When
gonna
is
happen.
that happening, Robert?
You know what? Debbie was on a webinar yesterday. I don't know. Here's what I will tell you that came out from a meeting, Terry, I went to, when we were in Palm Beach. They sort of realized training 6,000 offices with X amount of training people, they may get done by 2028. So they said, okay, we're gonna have regional meetings, California, Chicago, here. Terry signed up and said, wherever it is, that Hydro and I will be at the first one. If we don't do well, we may be at the second one. Then we'll say probably down to one till we get it right. So,
Then you'd have a little
and
change.
so we don't know, and I guess they didn't tell yesterday.
Speaking of training, I do plan on probably holding a couple of classes between now and, well, probably, I say between now and October, but probably keep things
Well,
going.
let me ask you guys something. You know what, and I realize how sort of chaotic it was, and it's hard in a big group. Let's say we're gonna do let's say we do a website workshop, do y'all wanna limit it to 12 people? And maybe we do 2 sessions of it, and first come, first serve? Do we need to limit it to 6 people, or do you care if it's a room like this? So really, we just give let's say we're gonna do it one day on a Tuesday after a sales meeting, maybe the following week on a Thursday, if you can't be here, will that work for everyone? And maybe we come up with like a 60-day calendar on a couple of things, yes?
I think that sounds great, but I also think you need to keep your classes limited to a small amount, or a smaller group, because you know there's gonna be a lot of questions, and it's gonna take a lot of time. In my case, and I know a lot of other people I've heard, that there's a lot of information that goes quick, and they do it quick, and a lot of people can only get part of it. When we go into those meetings, I feel we should get it when we get out. When we're out, we should get it. We should understand it and not have any questions. So if I would say, keep the meetings down to 6 or 8 people, first come, first serve, maybe have.
So why don't we do this? Maybe we'll do it 2 different ways. We'll do one with cattle call, and one with a small group, first come, first serve. What's that?
Yep.
Will that work?
Yep, small group will be the remedial group.
And then I may be in that group. Okay, got it. All right, keep going.
All right, so, I mean, that was more or less it. Like I said, I will be emailing this out so you guys can see this page. But I'm just gonna scroll through some of the other stuff, just like, I take it step by step.
Okay, let's go back to community served. Look at this. So you go, I'm not going to Locust Grove and I don't want to go to Jonesboro. Then make sure it doesn't show up. Anybody want to go to Conyers?
Not my choice anyway.
So, well, here's one thing that I did not know until playing around with this. If you say, no, thank you, on lead router, guess what trumps lead router?
Everything else? All the other leads?
What you put on here for your own direct leads. So they need to mirror one another. So keep going.
Alright, so this, I'm just saying, what I'm doing here essentially is I'm clicking save and continue, and then it just takes me to the next area. So here's a featured banner, and then I hit save and continue. It takes me to the visitor welcome message. This is what it looks like. Default text option, customize option, save and continue, things like that. And then, like I said, I just kind of show how to add a picture if you want to do it all on your own. But I did just go by instructions all the way through. I'm gonna send this out to y'all. If you have any questions, you can email me, call me. If you're one of the regulars in the office, just come stop by, and you can just sit down just about any time, and we'll just knock out whatever it is that you need regarding this or anything else. But we're gonna tackle things just one thing at a time. My CT1 site's gonna be the first one. Let's just make sure we get those out there and published, and then we'll just take it from there. I don't wanna kill anybody with excess amount of information. And
We're gonna bite the elephant in the room one bite at a time.
Who get the most improved award?
What you got, Randy?
So the last 3 or 4 leads I've had were from the Spanish system. And
Me too.
the text
is Spanish, I.
We're gonna get there. You probably got yourself flagged as multiple language. Trust me, Louis Rockefort tore me up yesterday. It was pretty interesting. So when I went on and looked at his, I'm like, okay. So, well, you're gonna see, we're gonna go to late routers. We're gonna go right online and look.
Okay.
What else you got?
As far as this goes, I'm good, so if you want to take it over for.
Oh, yeah, log me in. Here we go. So I'm gonna let you guys see what we see as the broker. So you're gonna see the entire report card. Not proud of it, but you know the only way I know to get better? We're just gonna say it, address it, move along. Is that fair enough? Because I was looking at that, I'm like, okay, my eyeballs are gonna bleed.
I don't know if you saw here. It's,
I think it's all lowercase. Maybe it's a capital R. I can't remember. 335. Good Lord, I'm gonna change my password, I didn't even know it. And then just go down there to lead router. On the left. Yeah. That's one of my tools.
Well, these are the 37 bad ones.
Okay. Okay, I'm out of compliance a little bit by 28.
You're looking at the admin.
Oh, that's right.
At the top, where it says admin.
Yeah, I don't want to look.
Okay.
You know what, I will tell you, I'm the worst offender. Yesterday I was at 100 and some from all the DR board leads that come in and then they're sending them, then I send them directly to those agents. I can't log them in because they're not agents. So for all the listings that are in my name for DR board, so.
I'll take one.
I can't send them to you. I have to send them to DR Court. So I send them, and like Realtor.com, I typically get about 10 a week. When's the last time I updated? I don't know. So let's go to manage agents. Let's go to ineligible. Okey dokey. So this would be the naughty list.
Does that mean they're out of compliance with their existing?
It does, so that it means unless we were to go in and manually override it, you can't have a lead. So let's just click on the lane. Okay, there she is.
I don't see Rush on there.
I'm going, you are one running agent. So here's what I'm sort of going to give you as a rule of thumb. And I want you to think about this. So on the bottom of that sheet I gave you today, if you don't know the zip code where you work in or where you'd like to work, odds are you don't need to write it down. Does that make sense? If you sold a home in an area that you work or where you're comfortable, don't most of you know those zip codes?
Yep.
That's what a computer keeps track. I don't remember zip code at this point.
Well, here's what I will share with you. Do not cut and paste every zip code and then go, well, no, ideally I would be willing to work here. And I'll give you a great example. Here's what happens. Someone goes, Dunwoody? Oh yeah, you bet. I'm gonna take Dunwoody. Really? Dunwoody that goes down Winter's Chapel right there and hugs the edge of Doraville, and then you got, why am I only getting a lead for 111,000 from Dunwoody? So, are those separated by zip codes? You bet. Or the one that goes, boy, would I like to work in Brookhaven right now. Gosh, you know, that market is uber hot. Okay, yeah, get right up there and hug along the edge of that MARTA station. And it's 70,000. So, are those separate zip codes? They are, but you better be careful what you put in. So here's one thing I'm very clear on. You're only going to get out if you put in good information. Does that make sense? So, I'm going to go back today, and I'm not beating up on Elaine. She said, I don't know how many zip codes do I have. And I'm like, well, Elaine, I couldn't get the whole page to show up. I'm still scrolling. I started last night. So, I don't even know where 11200 is. I'm like, okay, I don't know where you got that. Does that make sense? All right, let's go look at, because there's a couple more things. Let's go to her under, let's edit her status. Okay, so she's set up where she's been trained. She wants to do an active buyer. Oh, does she want to take rentals? Anybody want rentals calling them? Uh-huh. Now, who knows? Who's the one person with the company that does rentals? Guess who called me last night? Oh my God! Can you take rentals off? I hate them. My business is great, but I don't want those lunatics I'm getting. Adam one, huh? I'm like, Lynn, you do rental. Yeah, but I don't want that stuff. So, Ira, go in there and take the rentals off of Elaine. Are you working 7 a.m. to 10 p.m.? Because, now here's what I want you to consider. Lead time, how fast do they want you to respond?
15 minutes.
15 minutes. Nope.
1 minute.
Within the hour?
Nope.
10 minutes.
Wonderful. Greatest success rate is 40 seconds or less. Or guess what they do? Click, 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 click. Let me keep going down the pipeline and looking. Have you ever had a lead that they're working with maybe 10 other agents? Think people are impatient? It's the way it is. As long as you click it and accept it and have a pretty short follow-up window, but they want acknowledgement. Now, the acknowledgement can be when you accept it, then they're going to get the auto prompt from you. If they've given you correct information. But 40 seconds, you go, are you kidding me? It just operates fast. So,
How do you change that?
Hira, get your mouse ready. You're going to slide the bar up, and if you say, hey, I'll take them from 9 a.m. up to 7 p.m., but after that, I'm done.
But if you're not the administrator,
You can
you can do that.
You can change it. I'm going to go back and reset everyone's rental and zip codes today. That gives me the sheet. The rest of it, I'm going to let you do. So, if you want to reset it, now, when do most leads come in? What's the number one internet day that leads come in?
Monday?
Nope. That's number 3.
Saturday?
Close. Sunday is number 1. Then if you get it down to a 4-hour window, Friday evening is the greatest activity. What happens? People get home from work, they may think about going out, you know what? They're sitting around, ding-a-ding-a-ding, they start looking. Sunday's the number 1 day, day is called, Saturday's number 2, Monday is number 3. Because guess what happens? People physically get in the car, they go out looking, and then guess what? They're back on trying to confirm it, dig deeper, and look again. Does that make sense? See, yeah, I'm going to do that on the weekend. we don't dictate what the consumer does, but you can sort of manage, you know, if you go, okay, you know what, I'm going to church on Sunday morning. I don't want to do that. Then turn it on at noon on Sunday. If you don't want to do it on Sunday, set those protocols. Does that make sense? So for Elaine, why don't you set her from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m., except on Friday, and she's going to work till 9.
I get emails at 11 p.m. a lot.
Okay, you know what? Doesn't mean people aren't doing it, doesn't mean you have to respond.
Robert, did I hear you say that once you accept a lead, that the person who requested information gets an auto response?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. And you can customize that.
That's good to know.
So we're gonna make her do them on Sunday morning, or we're gonna let her even sleep in maybe and start them at 11 a.m. We'll make her go to early church. So let's do it at 11 a.m. on Sunday. All right, so let's go back and save that. Okay, so now let's look at property type. So I went in and selected, because Elaine, she was doing it all. Anybody know what a co-op is?
Yeah, they have it like in New York City.
They do, and maybe that 021 zip code she had in, she did need to handle co-op. But I took that one out. So you know what, if you don't know, you don't want to sell a farm or ranch, you probably need to take that out of there. But go back, has anybody selected these? Or have you selected all?
Where is that?
You need
When you go under property type.
under edit information for later.
All right, so now I want you to go to assigned leads. Click up there.
Is there a settings button on?
This is
Lead
it.
Router?
We don't have access.
I'm sorry, what?
Is there a settings button on Lead Router when we?
You should
Yeah, one's in our team.
be able, when you go under general, you'll see some drop-down menus where you can set your stuff. And trust me, we're gonna have a little thing to sort of show you how to come back and reset it. Phil, you got a question?
No, I just didn't think I could get into this admin thing. We were just talking about it for yourself.
Some of it you can't set price parameters. Your times, you can. The areas that you are the areas you want to serve, you can. And you can also do it for the zip codes, but some of it you cannot. That's why I'm gonna go in and set the parameters on taking rentals off or what you do or don't want to do. Okay, we go up under, go to assigned leads. I guess we're on there. Go back to general. Oh, did you say? Okay.
Price range.
Oh, let's go to price range. So I went back and we've got everyone set over 100,000. Anybody want to do under that?
No, that's one we can't do individually.
You cannot. And I said I can't make it by. Yeah, I know Rob was giving an agent a lead, and she said, "Yeah, I only do 400 and up." So she said, "You know what? Turn me off. I don't even want on my own leads." And you can do that.
Is that good?
Go under Minder. I can't remember. Rob, do you know where I'm going to find in or out of compliance?
Update these.
If the individuals are out.
Yeah.
It tells you on your Lead Router page, doesn't it? It has like a red.
Just go back to the general.
Well, not-
I'd say
Don't accept these respects to me. Trying to see what I can.
Oh, yeah, go right there. And, now, I can't even remember what I clicked on last night.
Isn't it secret?
Do you click these updates for fire?
Yeah, I might need to go
Go
to,
home and then it should have.
I'm sorry. Get back to, go to ineligible agents. All right, let me go to edit on, I'm gonna make, just click on the links and that's where you get it, I got it. I should be able to get the list of what made her ineligible. Nah, that's her. There we are. Okay. So, has anyone accepted a lead and then you said, I turned it down, why do I keep getting the prompts? Does that happen to anyone? Or y'all just going, yeah, I haven't had any leads, what are you talking about? Oh, there he is.
That's what we're saying.
So no one's had it, because here's what I will tell you. If you say, if you don't give it some kind of detail, let's click on that one. That's all the leads.
It says, you have to see it up there on top, it says office and tire company, I think you need to put some of his name.
Okay, go back and put Elaine's name in there, maybe that's what I think you're right.
Can you trash the ones that are in there and just get rid of all of them?
No, I cannot. I can't go cleanse the system, no. And let's look at this realistically. So, if there was a lead on your street that was hot for a listing at 450,000 and someone had screwed the hooch and not done anything with it for 30 days, would you still want that lead?
Well, the thing is I answer my leads, but I may not go in here and update it because it's a pain to update.
Well,
I mean, they ask me
bingo!
all of these
Okay, just
questions,
stop.
it's like.
Here's what I'm gonna tell you. It's like the plant. You can buy the nicest one, you can amend the dirt. Unfortunately, you gotta water it. You have to do it.
It takes too long.
You know what? Then you need to turn yourself off. But again, you will get stuff on your own listing. And I can't change any of that.
Well, but see, we can't do. Realtor.com comes to me before it ever goes.
And I understand that, because of the quickness.
Well, it just, Showcase comes right to you.
I understand, and I'm gonna try and turn Realtor.com off in lead routing. So it will just come direct.
Oh, that's good.
So let's go into there under take action. Let's just see what that one is. Oh, that's the new one that came in. Yeah, put Elaine back on, I'm sorry, up there under office. Just put Elaine's name in there.
Well, these are hers. These are.
I know, and I wanted to just go back. She had like 9 that were out of compliance.
You don't want to just go back to.
Yeah, because I wanted to show those that are out of compliance. How did I get that wrong? Am I doing something wrong?
So you can sort that by status, and you saw 2 or 3 red dots on the board.
I'm trying to see how to get into her.
How long did I do it yesterday twice? Go to status and activity. No, that's all right. You're still under company.
Yeah, it
You
will.
should be able to click on her, right? Going, it's under, this first name.
Yeah, you can't go up there and just click Elaine.
It wasn't.
So look under the net code maybe? Oh, no.
Well, you just, here, you go.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Real estate agent.
Steve, trying to, it's fine, my shop is setting up, my other didn't show up. You know, yeah, I've got some scratch lines.
They're already scratched.
No, they haven't been scratched, I was attempting to scratch.
There we go.
Try to get up.
Once
they get,
my name like that.
they get, I know, I'm like, I need to scratch ticket, he's like, well, which one? I'm like, I don't know, I'm like, you got to, it's okay, there's 1%, no, I need like 10. Well, that's what I'm like. Okay, never mind.
Type in Lewis Robinson. Hey, don't make me lit you up again. All you calling me did, I'm just using my example. Yeah, Lewis has been used as the clearinghouse. If it comes in any language we don't understand, it's been being sent to Lewis.
I'll let you.
I'll put 50,000 too. Well, I'll take a $50,000 rental. No, 50,000 undocumented.
I don't know.
And tell them about the one that Patty, that you and Phil had, that came in Spanish, so it went to you and Phil, at what price point?
Well, the address was 5.7 mil, so we were all.
So 5.7 million. And then they got Lewis to help them, and then what did he qualify for?
We put him with a mortgage guy that Louis knew that was Spanish speaking, and he qualified for 35,000.
Say that again?
He qualified for 35,000.
35,000. Deposit or total? They were gonna live in the bathroom.
Yeah. My only concern is maybe the mortgage guy like scuffled him to somebody else. Maybe he really could qualify.
Okay, y'all tell I got some work to do here. Just click on, I swear, when it comes through, you should be able to click your name and their out of compliance shows up.
It was on the bottom.
Okay? Where do we go?
When I first got lead, I was like,
Get up there and drive. Good children.
That's good. It's right there.
Ah, here we go.
Click on the name.
221 something like that.
All right, so let's.
You messing up our son.
Okay, right here. So there's an email. Let's say she emailed them, nothing happened. You gotta mark it one of these things, or anybody know what a sign a minder is?
I don't think we have that.
We don't have one.
There says return the book.
I know. It means that's come back to us. I learned a very difficult thing last night. When we do nothing, guess what it does?
Nothing.
It keeps sending it back to you going, are you sure? Are you sure? Because quite a few agents have gotten those back repeatedly. Especially on your own leads or on your own listings. So, and when you mark something cold or bogus, you gotta put flag. Or it's gonna keep trying to reassign it. Now, if we catch it and have scrubbed it, and I think we'll have set a lot of the protocols so it'll be cleaned up. So here's what I'm gonna tell you. You know what I've sort of discovered about all this? We've got to do our work. You guys are gonna have to do your work. But can anybody, if you got 2 incremental closings off this a year, would it be worth it to you?
Yes.
Is it gonna be easy? No. It's a little bit overwhelming, and quite honestly, finding the right person to sort of mind the farm, because it's a little mind numbing. It's tough. So we're gonna find that right person. So we're gonna work on some training. So today, I got some pretty simple questions for you. Put your name, and I need you to circle either I do or I do not. You can answer verbally. What?
Which language do you like?
There's some back here. Thank you.
Percy. You put on it.
We're gonna amend the policies to you, share you what the protocols are, what we've changed and edited. Everybody got one? You were gonna get into training.
Good for you. Go for it. And Douglasville, yeah.
So, does that make sense?
Yes.
You want us to put all the zip codes on here too?
Yes, I did.
Can you just put the city if you work the whole city?
Or the county?
You don't care?
I need the zip code.
I can get it to the level.
All right.
Can I get it so you know? I'll come back to you the rest of them later.
Why is your say anything over $1 million?
Because that way I'm assured of getting one at 50,000.
All right, any other questions? Does that make sense to you guys? So, do y'all agree? Boy, this could be a little mind numbing. But we're gonna get it right. It's not going away. I want to be relevant. We want you guys to be relevant. Ira, would you like to have an increase in pay next year?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, what you gonna do to get there?
Have them do it right.
You gonna win that award?
Yeah.
So we'll see Ira wearing the crown, and we're gonna get on down the road. Any questions? I am. Because last thing, all right, here's our policy on open houses. Anybody want their open houses promoted?
Yes.
So here's what we want you to do. By Friday afternoon, if you have an open house on Tuesday, get it to us. We will put it on Facebook on Friday, and again on Monday. We will global it out to the agent and have hard copy printed for you at the sales meeting.
Agent lunch. Agent lunch.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, don't say open house, agent luncheon.
Yeah.
Because I think it does work. We want to support you guys. We're going to promote you as much as we can. Then we'll go back and share that flyer with you if you're on the page, and it will show up on your page. So again, it'll just keep working you up. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Pretty simple. But you got to get it to us in time for Hiro to send it out Friday, send it again Monday. Send your flyer to me, not to Rose, so we can make sure it all gets all the way through. We get it printed, we get it on Facebook, we can add it to yours if you want to, and get people there. Any questions about today or emotional outbursts?
Please come to my thing.
What you having for lunch?
Chef Alex is cooking up
Not me.
stuff.
Thanks,
Mexican, we've got, whatever they did last week, I just said, just do it again. So, rum mimosas, sangria, and he's doing a special dessert.
Go back.
Sangria.
Say it again.
Sangria.
Okay, you might want to ride to the luncheon, or can even give you a ride?
I can get my son to take people home if it, it's unusual. He'll be up there eating too, so.
All right.
Thank you.
We will see you there shortly. Hey, thank y'all. I know it's sort of some tough topics.
$100 gift card.
How much?
$100. Is Terry Nugent?
With Mr. Swanson with his either Playboy bunny ears or mouse ears on, but I think it's like on Facebook, let him answer that. I think we're gonna give most of the money away on Friday. So, we'll see you at the luncheon. See you Friday.
There's a walk of God. For how to tackle humanity.
We got away.
You don't even meet on Friday?
Hey, I already said you're.
Did you buy it? It's only a 10-minute drive, guys, it's not far.